to be a quick video explaining the road conditions and driving conditions in Panama. So Panama has three major highways. Highway number one that goes from Panama City and traverses Panama all the way to Costa Rica along the Pacific side. Highway number two that goes south to Azuero Peninsula. Azuero Peninsula is this growth over here to the south of Panama. And highway number 3/9 that connects Panama City with its northern counterpart, Colon, along the Panama Canal. So these three highways, number 1, number 2, and number 3/9, are well maintained. Portion of this highway is just one lane that expands into two lanes. The same for Highway 2 and the same for Highway 3. The speeds vary. It's not like usual highway where you have 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour all the way throughout. The speeds vary from 50 to 60 when the highway crosses some townships, and upwards to 80 or 90, and in few occasions 100 kilometers an hour. Police checks and speed traps are common, so most people drive within the speed limit or 10 over, 20 over the speed limit maximum. The fines are not big, but still, you do not want to be caught or to be interrogated by the police department in Spanish, especially if your language of Spanish is poor. So drive within the speed limit. The best map application to use is a Waze. What's the name for it? YAZE. You can download it on the App Store and the Google Play Store as well for Android and Apple devices. People report police checks way in advance, and the application actually warns you prior to you hitting the speed trap. Apple Maps do not work at all. They're not accurate, so you can throw it away. Google Maps kind of work. They're outdated. A lot of businesses on Google Maps are closed, and so it's an outdated information. So Waze is the way to go. I'll put the name in the description, but that's the website for them. That's the name for it, WAZE. There are several provinces, I think 10 in Panama, in between provinces, that could be checkpoints. What they're checking for is contraband and people smuggling. They don't check the paperwork or your documents unless you're being pulled out of the queue. So when you are driving through a checkpoint, just roll down the windows, front and back, so they can see you're not smuggling anybody in the back seat, and normally they wave people by. In terms of restrictions, so COVID restrictions have been in place. It's a fluid situation. The last time in Panama, there were curfews on the weekends and from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. interprovincial travel. The best way to know what they are is on this site. It's pausembassy.gov/COVID-19-information. I'll put the name in the description as well, and it gives you up-to-date COVID testing restrictions, vaccine information, entry and exit requirements, and movement restrictions. That's the most important part. That changes quite a bit. So this site is quite detailed and gives you up-to-date information. Once again, it's pa.usembassy.gov/COVID-19-information. Come back to the roads beside the Highway 1, 2, and 3/9. The side roads are not maintained unless they are inside of a gated community. In terms of the east side of Panama, where is it? Sorry, north, south, west, east. Yeah, in terms of the east side of Panama, there is very little infrastructure. The roads are not maintained. So everything we're talking about is Panama City and west coast Costa Rica. There is no direct highway connection from the popular town of Boquete over here to Bocas del Toro. So if you are staying in Boquete or Bocas del Toro and want to visit each of the cities, you'll have to go down to David over here, and then there is a somewhat road across the the mountain ridge to Bocas del Toro. The trip takes about 4 hours. So in terms of the distances are not big, but the time traveling is significant. So to give you an idea, from Panama City to let's say Las Tablas, it'll take you about 6 hours. That's about 8 hours to Boquete, from Panama City to Boquete, and it's about 4 hours from Boquete to Bocas del Toro. These are the times in transit we're talking about. That's it for now. If you have any questions, leave in comments. Thank you.